Your phone is spying on you. Your computer is spying on you. Your car is spying on you. Your TV, your smart devices, pretty much everything that is connected to the internet and has some form of recording device, whether that's video or audio, is spying on you. Now, most people sort of understand this now, and they think that if they turn off those devices or get rid of them, that the problem is solved. Unfortunately, that's not true at all. And for that, we need to understand the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that the entities, the folks, the people in this world who are creating this kind of technology, who are creating this incredible spy network, have a completely different view of things than you and I have. Number one, privacy, ethics, morals, none of that means anything to them. Second of all, when you look at yourself, you look at this body as human biology. You look at nature as biology. You look at animals as biology. Then you look at your devices, your computer, your screens, your cars, your everything, and you call it technology. To the folks who are and have created this spy network, if you will, it is not the same way. To them, you, nature, animals, everything is a form of technology that has a code. And they have spent billions and trillions of dollars and decades and centuries to decode that code, to fully identify it, and to learn how to hack it. They have already accomplished that. So, in other words, if you think turning off some devices will keep you from their influence, that is not true. By now, a much more vast and intricate network has been built. Everything that you can see and perceive seems to be a node on that network, including you, meaning that you are connected to a worldwide network and you are emitting and receiving signals. You are also partially powering that network. So your body electricity and the energy in your body is wirelessly emitting a powering signal or energy into this network. And that's why simply turning off devices won't work. You have to realize that your very biology, your biofield, your energy field, your aura have been hacked and you are now a part of it. The idea was to create such a vast network where everything is a data point and a node on that network, and everything can be centrally controlled through an AI supercomputer or quantum computer that can not only surveil this entire network, not only know where you are and what you are doing and even thinking at any given time, but also insert things into your biology, into your brain, into your thoughts, and steer what you are doing and thinking. This is not something that is about to happen or will happen in the future. This is something that has already happened. So the question then is, what can we do about it? At the moment, there doesn't seem to be a solution where we can just simply get rid of this technology and sort of reject it. We are too late for that. There might be something like an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, natural or non-natural, that could, to a large degree, destroy such technologies. We don't know. But what is most important, especially for those who think that simply living off the grid or living away from, highly connected areas is the solution. It is part of a solution, but not the solution. The most important thing is to become aware of who you actually are and what you are, meaning that your body, your biology, your thoughts, your biochemistry can only be controlled through this network if you yourself are not in charge of it. Your thoughts, your mind, even your creativity or the lack thereof can only be controlled if you yourself are not in charge of it. So, in other words, you have to learn how to both control, activate, and be in charge of your entire system. That doesn't mean you have to regulate your heartbeat 24/7, but become aware, for example, of your biofield, of your aura. When you go deeper into deep breath work, this kind of starts to happen automatically. then you become aware of your ability to shield yourself against these influences and expel them from your body and from your biofield. This is all a creative process that you need to be in charge of. Most people are looking for two things: how to turn this influence off. Well, we don't actually can turn it off right now. And B, how to flush nanotech and stuff like that out of your body. Now, I would suggest, yes, mitigate the effects as much as you can, meaning put yourself in situations where you are not in a high density area of EMFs and stuff like that. Yes, that does help. B, follow the protocols that are out there for flushing out the nanotechnology. There's different ones out there. We're not making any claims here, but so far we have heard that fasting protocols, urine, drinking your own urine, so urine therapy, and other protocols are actually helping with dismantling and flushing out this technology. However, one of the problems is that it is now in everything and it is consistently re-entering your body. So in other words, we have to create an energetic and a bioshield, and this is something that you actually create with your internal technology. One more time, if you are not in charge of your internal technology, they will be. And you already are a node on the network. So this has all already happened. We're now becoming aware of what we can do about it. Breathwork, meditation, conscious fasting, conscious everything. Become present in the moment. If you actually step into the moment and you're present and balanced and anchored, you can feel those influences and you can reject those influences. You can literally create an energetic shield around your body, your house, your being, and it is wonderful and it helps in tremendous ways. So this is something that we're no longer theorizing about. This is no longer the future. This is already here. What hasn't happened yet, but it is now being forced very quickly to happen, is legislation and sort of the codification of this entire system, where in the very near future, this will be mandated, if you will, by law, and there will be a centralized command that can have officially can have access to all these data points and manipulate them. Just one example is that by this year, 2026 and onward, 2027, every new car manufactured in the United States will have a number of sensors and cameras, including biosensors, including eye scanners and infrared cameras, that before you even start your car, assess your state of being, whether you are maybe overly tired, maybe you are under the influence, or it just thinks that you're under the influence and it won't start your car any longer. It can stop it. It can turn off the engine. It cannot allow you to start driving. This is not just for electric cars. This is for every new car. So these technologies are now becoming overt and they're becoming mandated by law. So once again, right now, the idea that we can turn all of them off and that we somehow have recourse, right now we don't. We can work on that. Most importantly, it is about activating and being in charge of our inner divine technology and taking over this vessel and the spirit once again and being 100% sovereign regardless of the influences outside of us. So yeah, this is what's going on, folks. This is what we need to accept for the moment. And most importantly, what we need to accept is that we are far more powerful than any of these technologies combined. We just have to realize it, and we have to actualize it, and we have to live it.
Your environment shapes everything, your thoughts, your health, your energy, but most people never question the invisible field they live in. We did, and that's when FLFE found us. It's not a product, it's a field of pure life force energy that lifts everything it touches. We now live in it 24/7, and we would love to invite you to experience it too. Start your free 15-day trial now. No pressure, no strings attached. Just the truth, resonance, and peace.